how does an independent filmmaker like myself get an industry referral in order to get a film made with these production companies?
Well, I'm a great believer that if you've got a great script, it will somehow or other make its way into the system. I really do believe that. I think there's so many different ways that you can get your material out there. One is you can send it off to the blacklist now. That's a new one which didn't exist 5 years ago. And you've got a guy that's rating your films and telling you how great the scripts are. It's relationships. The whole business is relationships. You, on your own, are just, trust me, not going to get to the agent that represents the star that you're trying to get to. They will not take you seriously. And you walk through the door and say, hey, I'm a young filmmaker, here's my script. But maybe, some assistant somewhere saw it, read it, told their boss, hey, you should do this. That's kind of rare. It's very rare that the assistants at William Morris ever brought the scripts. Sometimes they did, but to their bosses. But for the most part, the material was coming to them through lawyers, through managers, through other producers, through friends, people who they had relationships with. So all I would say is, and I know that this is frustrating, is get out there, hustle around, find people who do have relationships with people. If your script is good enough and they read it and they like it, they will somehow or other get it to somebody else who will get it to somebody else who will get it to somebody else who will eventually end up in the right place. I am a great believer that the material, if it's good enough, will work its way to the top.
And lose the fear that, like, putting your script out there, somebody's going to steal your idea or, like, take it's, I mean, sure, fine. Maybe that has happened. But, like, if you have only one idea and, like, you can walk around and be like, hey, that film, guess what? I wrote that. Like, I didn't get credit, but here's another great script I wrote, and like maybe that's the story that gets them to read it.
There's a very good reason why they do that, by the way, because the studios are constantly being sued by somebody who said, I sent the script in that was the same idea as the Green Hornet. Well, that's nonsense, because the Green Hornet was a comic book years before, but still some lunatic is like, but they use elements of my story in my script. Well, it's so hard to come up with original stuff, and of course there's always elements of other movies in it.
Just know that when you're sitting there in your little flat, writing the most original thing ever made, two other people are writing the exact same.
Is that a writer in the UK?
Yeah, exactly. in your sorry, yeah, it's my wife. And I've seen that. Even we were shocked. Suddenly we were oh my God, we're doing the Salem Street. Suddenly, oh wait, look, maybe there's another one that might be trying that. Every good ideas are in the air. So I couldn't agree more with what Matt just said. People so set this limit of like, I don't want people to see it. You know what? Show it to everybody. Yeah. Show it to everybody and hope they show it to everybody else.
Actually, by the way, which is a good thing, because the more people you show it to, the more witnesses you have that you actually did come up with the idea.
Get a paper trail. And people are going to say, oh, actually, that was actually not bad.
Let's get another question here. Yeah.
That leads right into my question, which is in terms of cultivating these relationships, where besides here tonight do we go to meet people and begin to establish those relationships?
Film festivals. Yeah. Go be among like-minded people who are doing things. I think obviously Sundance, it's an intense, if you haven't been there, it's a pretty intense experience. And there are a lot of parties and a lot of, parties for movies and parties for agencies that are red roped.
Did you guys in the back hear what the question was? It's where
how do you get relationships?
Make the relationships.
Where do you go to network?
But some of the best networking you'll do is in line to go see that movie at Sundance. And then you'll check out the flick, and the next time you're in line, you'll have something to talk about. And you're stuck there for 45 minutes walking around. So you make a lot of friends that way.
Yeah, let me just show that I've always thought, and this is maybe kind of a cliche, but I always thought that the name independent film is wrong. I mean, if there's any kind of film that is not, it's independent only in the sense that potentially it's independent from the studios. But from your point of view, you'd be better off thinking of them as interdependent films, because you cannot do them alone.